fighting for a leader. And he came on the back of a whale, a man to lead a new people, our ancestor, Paikea.
You think I've been working on it? No, man. Yeah, I be singing this shit. Yeah. Nah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. You know what it is. I'm Oh Hello Marcus. I'm here with the Uso Lance, Balinesian Falitomo, man. You know what the hell we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We over here talking about movies, so y'all don't have to. You know what I mean? Today is episode 4, and we watched Whale Rider. Everybody familiar with Whale Rider, bruh?
Yes, Whale Rider. Oh man, I had never watched this movie before. You watched this before?
Nope.
This is your first time watching it also?
This was my first time watching it also.
Nice, for the starter kit. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For the starter kit. Yeah. This podcast making me watch all these movies, man. I like it. Like my little cousin was telling me that he's tired of this damn movie, bro, because when he was younger, and our other little cousin was younger when he would watch her, all she wanted to watch was this damn movie.
Oh, what?
So he watched it at least 20 times. Yeah. So when I told him that I was watching it, he was just like, "Man, hey, that's a great movie, Eus, but fuck that movie, dog." I was like, "Damn, you know what? All right, yeah, hell yeah, bro." So
20 times in a year. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course.
Rewatchability score off the roof.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. He just took that out of his rating system. He's like, "Man, no. It's not rewatchable if I have to fucking force myself to watch it, bro."
Yo, strong female lead, like a child, like a Pacific Islander person.
Man,
that was definitely dope to see. Definitely feel like that's gonna be one of the themes, that girl power, or I guess equality at the end when we break down themes.
Yeah, it's no wonder why she identified and wanted to watch it so much, man. She's seen herself being the leader of her community and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a great movie, man.
No, if you're listening to this, we are very excited to break down Whale Rider, 2002 film by Niki, Caro. And you mentioned she also did Mulan, the live action Mulan.
Yeah, she was tapped to direct the live action Mulan, man. So, you know, she got a resume.
Okay, and then 20 years before that, a legendary Pacific Islander movie like Whale Rider. Yeah, before we get into that, we just want to encourage everybody to also listen to some other content and work that we're putting in. Check out the Way Back Wednesday show. Me and 7M, we talking about nostalgic topics. We did the 1999 movie and show draft recently. Vote for my list when you get a listen. Yeah, it's really good. It includes The Matrix, Fight Club, all that good stuff. Definitely the Politicking podcast. Man, what's the schedule for the podcast? What are the drops? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, so audio on Monday. Audio on Mondays and video on Wednesdays. And for the Patreon, over there, patreon.com/politicking podcast, we drop an exclusive for Thursday. So, 3 drops for the Politicking podcast.
Patreon.com/the Politicking podcast. What was the last thing you guys talked about on the Patreon?
What did we talk about? Fuck, we talked way too much about dumb shit. But that the Uso Cephal was worried about humanity because he kept watching. He's watching Squid Games: The Challenge, and he was scared for humanity. Like, he was like, "Dude, is this the future? Like, what if they add like real bloodshed?" And I was like, "Bro, they could have did this years ago, bro. It hasn't happened yet, but it can happen." You know what I'm saying? So Seth was scared for the future, as usual. You know what I mean?
Oh, he said as usual.
As usual, you know what I'm saying? But my guy loves Survivor. So he can watch Survivor for weeks at a time, but he can't watch Squid Games: The Challenge because there might be murder involved. As if there wasn't going to be any murder involved in Survivor.
No, people aren't killing people in Survivor, right?
No, but they could.
They could have. Those are the steps.
could've.
Survivor was the first step, and then the Squid
You know what I'm
Games, the
saying?
challenge is the next step, and then it's like,
Come on, bro.
it's not for another 100 years. Don't worry.
Yeah, for real. It'll be past our lifetime. We'll be fine. They're not going to show actual murder on TV until we're long gone.
The rating systems will change for the demented minds of the future. But,
you know what I'm saying?
But for now,
we're
good. They're just going to make it a game show.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. The Politicking Network got everything under one umbrella on YouTube. Definitely check that out. Yeah, man, it's always a good time. Sitting in on these shows and breaking stuff down with you guys. Let's keep giving the people what they want.
Yeah. I know these are long ass episodes, but god damn it, we love this shit, okay?
Yeah, for real, man. In-depth movie breakdowns is something that we want to watch. That's important to our community, to our culture. Bro, I'm with it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So, Whale Rider, episode 4, came out in 2002, right? Directed by Niki, Caro, as you mentioned, who was tapped to direct the live-action Mulan. But this movie was also based on a book written by Witi Ihimaera. I don't want to butcher... Ihimaera. Okay, see, I butchered the shit out of that. Okay. All right, that's hard. That's a hard-ass name, bro.
Yo, yeah, it's like, especially... like Maori names and like New Zealander cultural or tribal, or it's something that I feel like we've been going over a lot with like the New Zealand movies that we've been watching.
Straight up.
But we're definitely still getting used to. I had to search so many freaking YouTube videos to find Coro's actor's name. Yeah. I was like, how do you pronounce this? Rawiri Paratene. And I was like, oh, see, I would have not said that.
Bro, I just look up IMDb. I look up IMDb and then just try to pronounce it myself.
And then I read it in English, and I'm like, Rawiri.
Yeah, warrior. No, we can't do the good old Rawiri. You know what I'm saying? We're a little better than that, right?
Yeah, Rawiri,
You know what I'm saying?
That just sounds more. And then it was like, or also known me as Peter David Bloughton. I was like, nah, dog.
Like, no, I'm sorry. Peter Bloughton, okay? It's Rawiri Paratene. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Peter David. Get the fuck out of here, Peter David. I don't want none of that.
I'm not calling you that, bro. Sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm calling you by your birth name, bud. Okay? All right. So those are the crew right there. But as far as the cast, we have Keisha Castle-Hughes as Paikea, the leading young lady, the killer, bro. She was really freaking good in this movie, dog.
The heart and soul of this movie, for real, yeah.
Literally. The aforementioned Rawiri Paratene played Caro, her grandfather. Asshole. Dickhead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the Uso that we cannot just friggin' escape. We cannot escape because his face is everywhere. He's very multi-dimensional. The Uso Cliff Curtis, you know what I'm saying, playing Coro's son Pororongi. Nice. And then we got Vicky Houghton playing Nanny Flowers, the grandmother. We got Grant Royal playing Uncle Rawiri. That fool's a real one. And of course, we got probably one of like the bigger names under Cliff Curtis, Rachel House, who plays Rawiri's girlfriend, Shiloh. And for those who don't know, she was also, I think she voiced the grandmother, right? In Moana?
Moana, yeah.
Yeah, so she voiced the grandmother in Moana, and she was in the recent Taika Waititi film, Next Goal Wins. Yep. Go check that out. We had a little discussion about that too. All right, we had a little debate about that too. Both of us, me and you, and me and Seth. We kind of talked about it a little bit. So yeah, go watch that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so do that. All right.
Shout out to Rachel House.
So yeah, shout out to Rachel House out here working. So yeah, we'll just get into it, bro. The scene by scene, you know what I'm saying? You know, talk about stuff and just talk some mess because this movie is crazy, bro. It's a great one. So the movie starts out in the ocean, right? They're in the ocean and they're following a couple whales around, right? And then you got the narration from Pi, right? I forget what she says. Oh no. She says she's talking about the history of her people and how Paikea of legend rode on a whale to save his tribe. What was it? Why did he have to ride the whale?
I think he had to ride the whale. He left the ancient land of Polynesian origin out to New Zealand. On the back of a whale, that magical whale, a magical Tohora, I think its name was. I think it's a huge. I don't know, but it's like an armored up, scaly whale,
right?
And that was like the unicorn, the Pegasus that took the hero from the ancient land to where they are now, and saved the people. And his resurrection, his rebirth, reincarnation was prophesized and promised that another male would become the whale rider and lead the people kind of out of their poverty, or out of what they are now, into their promised salvation or the promised land, something like that. So they've been waiting a long time. And Paikea is narrating the story as we're going through the waters. And then it cuts to her mother giving birth to her and her twin brother. So we go from the waters of the ocean to the waters of the womb. She quickly says it right at the beginning of the story. Her brother dies. The one who was promised, the prince who was promised, dead. The mother giving birth also dies. And now the grandfather who was waiting for his young grandson to become the leader is now left with just a granddaughter who he sees as inferior and not worthy of fulfilling the prophecy and being the leader that his people are promised. Oh man, just even starting it off with the death of the mom and just a really traumatic event is I feel like an uppercut. You're just getting settled into your seat, but you're not even halfway done with your popcorn.
Oh, bro, what?
Bam! Family death, 2 of them here. One for you. Here's another one.
And here's Caro not giving a damn. And
my God!
Cliff Curtis with long hair is crazy, bro.
That kind of took me out of the moment.
Did it, bro? I was like, is this a lesbian couple?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. No.
You later find out the long hair is supposed to signify time, right? He's a younger guy. He's gonna come back later. Later with shorter hair. But the long hair, the wig watch for Cliff Curtis starts off wild because I'm oh, I'm really sad right now. But I'm also, this is a movie.
Suspend your disbelief. It's just a wig. Don't worry.
I was if Cliff Curtis grew his hair long, it would not look like that wig, is what I'm saying.
No, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, you look like Fabio, bruh. My God, they made my guy Cliff Curtis look like Fabio out here, bruh. I was like, dog, he just lost his wife and his son, bro. Chill out.
Right.
Okay, so
the grandfather gets in there. The whole family is around the deathbed. Of this woman, of Cliff Curtis's wife. And the first thing Grandpa says when he gets in there is where's the boy?
Where's the boy?
He doesn't even know that he's
take her out. Yeah.
Bro, Cliff Curtis is just what are you serious right now? They get out into the hallway and he's and the grandfather's just it's okay. It's all right. He's trying to comfort his son. And he says, you can start over.
Whoa! She's dead in there. Dad, she's dead.
What's done is done. What's done is done. Bro, this is hours later, maybe even that long.
Yeah, literally.
Wild words coming out of OG Core right now.
The legend of Caro.
go to the legend of insensitivity. Just like we're gonna work on delivering sensitive news to family today because you need that lesson. He's just like, where is the prophesized kid? I need to get him up to speed. And he was like, he died. All right.
Yeah.
He died, and I have a daughter. You have a granddaughter. That's who survived.
Yeah.
That's all we have now. Also, I'm gonna name her after the legendary character and the person who was promised to us, Paikea. And the
change it. No. Caro, shut the fuck up.
Oh, very good call, girl. Nice.
Thanks, bro.
That's good.
No.
He's like, not that name. Don't not that name. We're saving it for a boy. We're saving it for a penis. Hey, don't use that name. Use an inverted form of that name. You know, it's so mad.
I know, like, bruh, relax, Caro. Shit.
Chill out, bro. They go to the nursery where the babies are next to each other, and he tells his wife, the grandmother, Danny Flowers, get her out of here. I'm about to say the funeral rites and traditions over this this child who has passed away. And he starts friggin' Paikea's over here. I don't know, what a rude baby, making noise in the hallway. She like cries out a little bit, and he comes out all pissed off, slowly walking out. He's like, oh, I told you to take her away from here. It's like, what the hell, bro? You can't talk through the freaking disrespect of the 4-hour-old baby. What a jerk. Shout out to Nanny Flowers though, man. She puts the child into his arms. He's like, no, you recognize your granddaughter. Hands him right into his arms.
I also like the reoccurring joke that she says throughout the movie where she's like, I'm thinking about that divorce. I'm gonna divorce him. I'm thinking about it.
She walks up. Nanny Flowers walks away. Like, the grandfather holds her for a second, and gives her back to the grandma, who walks down the hallway, and she says, you say the word and I'll divorce him. You just say it. You say it. We'll leave. Whatever you want, little baby. And she talks to
that's when young Uncle Rawiri.
Yeah.
I see
that
younger brother.
too. I didn't know that years later that was the that character, who's now played by a different person, makes a different body change, looks like a totally different person, but that also is part of the story. So soon after that, Paikea comes back on to narrate, and she's talking about, my grandpa didn't want me, but he changed his feelings or something like that.
Yep, exactly. So from the hospital, after all of that, it seems like Caro is just he's not gonna like acknowledge her at all, treat her like shit. But then in the narration, she mentions it changed. He changed. And it cuts to those two riding on the same bike. And they're riding through like the countryside towards their house. And you can see that like he loves her for sure. He really loves his granddaughter, but he's so bound by his culture, his tradition and shit, where it blinds him. You know what I'm saying? But she looks up at him, and you can see from that shot that she really admires this man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cool shot to show their relationship in the time since she was born. And then from there, they make it back to their house over there in the New Zealand countryside, and it cuts to those three. I didn't even catch the name of I can't even remember the name of the town, to be honest.
I think we also visited either close to that section or that specific village when we were talking about Once We're Warriors too. But
shoot.
The book also set in Whangara, and then filmed on location there in New Zealand.
Okay, hell yeah.
But beautiful countryside on that bike shots,
bro.
It was really nice. And like you're saying, you see that even though it started so cold and barren and like, I'm not even gonna recognize this child, now it's like I will cradle her on the way to school and back every day in my lap on this bike. We'll spend time together, we'll joke, we'll play fight. But you definitely see that that relationship has changed. And I didn't think you'd be able to. I thought it was going to be like ignore her for 13 years and then but you see that he's like also pouring into her like he thinks she could be the one, because he's like making her the leader of like the I think they did a cultural show where she was like concert. The main one. Right. And she was practicing by herself, like no one has to tell her to practice, she's all into it, you know. And like expecting her to be like some sort of torchbearer. But I feel like later on there's a snap that makes that change. But yeah, they're there at the house. The grandmas are smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. I smoke a lot. But
we have to protect our childbearing property.
Yeah, I was like, shut the hell up.
Maori women should not smoke cigarettes. And they're they're fanning out the room and stuff when they hear the film. That's so funny. They're scared of the kid.
Bro, what? Which, by the way, doesn't fucking work. It's a cigarette. It's gonna smell like shit no matter what the hell you do. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who knows, bruh. You know, so yeah, that was a cool little scene. Yeah, that was hilarious, bro. It already showed like how seriously she takes. I don't know she like, see what you were saying about how Caro might be grooming her. I don't think he was. No. I think she was already like, you know, she already wanted to know all this like on her own. Like, yeah, he probably gave her some info on like in passing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I think he was so like I said earlier, like bound by tradition that he truly did not want her to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't know.
Well, like even
you watched all the interviews.
No, I didn't see like anything specifically about like him initially wanting to it and his feelings changing. I just thought like the next scene where they're what is it? I want to say talent show, but what is it? The cultural show? Concert?
Yeah, it was a concert. Yeah.
He's like watching it, and when other people are like laughing and stuff, he like makes them be quiet so she can continue performing and stuff. Like, hey, listen to my freaking kid. She's like doing the
It's because stupid. Yeah, well, also because stupid ass Hemi. All right, we'll get into it, right? So after the scene, with the old ladies, they mentioned that there's a concert that night, and Paikea's dad, Cliff Curtis, is supposed to be in town, and they roast her like, oh, how long is he gonna stay?
5 minutes.
So it lets you know that 5 minutes. So it lets you know already what kind of person Pororongi has been as far as like a father, at least her father, you know, in her life. He's in and out. He's in and out of her life.
Yeah.
Like big time out for it seems like months
crazy.
At a time.
We got to talk about that. He moved to like a whole nother country. He's across the world, Germany.
How crazy! You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna write this down.
How crazy is that? So it lets you know that, you know, he's out of her life, you know, months at a time, because you find out what he does. We'll get to that later. But the big news is that he's supposed to be showing up to her concert that night, so she's very excited. And it cuts to their auditorium or the school, I think it is, or their little, you know, where they have the concert at the hall. Yep. And like you said, Pai is the leader. She's over there. She's leading the chant. She's leading the entire thing. And, you know, and then it shows Caro, you know, in the center, and it shows exactly who he is in the community. He is the leader. He is the one that, you know, that people answer to, you know, what have you. So as she's leading the concert, right, there's a part where the whale, I think they're talking about, you know, the story of Paikea, of legend, and then the whale comes in, and his stupid ass Hemi, who we'll get to later, but his stupid ass Hemi, and he farts while she's over here trying to do her thing. She's trying to lead the whole thing, and he farts and makes the whole thing, it makes the whole crowd laugh. And then that's when Caro, you know, bangs his cane on it, and it's just fucking, it's hilarious. I thought it was funny.
He doesn't even say shut up or continue or anything. He just bangs his cane and then looks up, and then everything continues, resumes.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, Dad shows up.
Yeah. So Caro shows up. Yeah. with the short hair now. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. Thank God he got that out because he was looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Cliff Curtis shows up, Orongi shows up, and obviously she's very excited. And that's that. Was it that part where oh yeah. That's when we're introduced to Rawiri's girl, Shiloh, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh yeah, he's in town, and she's trying to fix herself up.
It's like, we're gonna go meet my brother, and she's like, yeah, just gotta freshen up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like, what do you don't have to get all what are you doing?
Like, what are you
like,
yes.
I just gotta get ready for your brother. Rawiri's like,
ready for what?
Yeah, Rawiri's just like, cool, whatever. He's super chill.
For real.
I'm like, whatever, that's my girl. She ain't gonna leave me. She's gonna hug my brother hella hard. That's what happens.
Yeah, we need more Rawiris in this world, bro. Because that fool is just like, man, whatever, dog.
And if not, I'll find another. But yeah, exactly. Shiloh played by Rachel House. She's like, the Cliff Curtis comes in. She's like super hugs him for a long time. Like, they introducing. But yeah, the little brother, who is a lot bigger. I guess he's put on weight since the last time Cliff Curtis saw him. And he's like, oh man, damn. He's like, yeah, I put on little weight since the last time you saw me. He's like, yeah. Like,
more
shit.
indication of like the passage of time since the last time he was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like that transformation had to have taken years. So it's been been years since we've last seen Whangara. So yeah, just these little C's that it's he's in and out and mostly out for a long time. That's years. That's crazy. Like there's probably months in between phone calls. It's probably he's out there living his life.
Exactly. He very much like distanced himself, especially from like the birth of his daughter and shit. So I don't know, man. And then we get into it like we get into why, because from there it cuts to Poro going into the hall to talk with his dad. And then, that you can tell, like, there's just so much tension between them. You know what I'm saying? Is that, and because Poro's the oldest son, and in their culture, it's the oldest son who's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the one to take the reins, especially since Caro is the leader, right?
Right.
But it looked like because of Poro wanting to do what he wants to do, which is when you learn that he's an artist. he's just an artist who lives in Germany. That he wanted to like forsake his duties, I guess. That's why there's all that tension between him and Caro, because Caro is so fixated on having him, be the leader of their community. But he was just like, man, fuck that. I'm an artist, dude. I'm a freaking artist, Dad. Freaking understand me, dude.
Did you?
You know what I'm saying?
Did you even get my postcards?
Yeah.
You don't see my art. Read the articles.
Yeah.
I sent you the link.
Yeah.
Dad. You just gotta open it. It's like,
yes,
your mother put something on the fridge. I don't know. I walk past it every day. I don't really look at it.
Yeah, bro.
It reminds me of you. No. Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's
so. How hurt? Oh, that sucks. But also, like, Poro, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Chill out.
If you want to be taken more seriously by them, probably show up more than every like solar eclipse.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. So, so Poro is a successful artist. He seems very successful. He's gone for months at a time and he's making money or whatever. It doesn't really show if he's successful or not. I just assume that he is. But
because why else would you be gone struggling artist away from your family?
You know what I'm saying?
It's gotta be worth it, right?
Right. So, so that scene just establishes their relationship, obviously, since the birth of Pai and the death of his first wife and stuff. So it just shows where they're at now, currently. So that was cool, from there, they show this boat, right? They show this big ass, like, not a canoe, it's a big ass boat, like know what I'm saying? You could take your whole tribe in there, you know what I'm saying? But it's just falling into disrepair, and that was Pororongi's boat right there that he was supposed to take care of and stuff, and get it into tip top shape. But since Waka, since Pi was born, he kind of just let it fall into disrepair, and it's just been like, it's just sitting there, and it's kind of like it's almost like a symbol now, right? It's a symbol of like maybe a broken family, or just someone who's just, forsaken what they were supposed to do, forsaken their responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of just stands there as like a symbol of their current state as far as like a community and stuff, because it's like a lot of it is just falling into disrepair, not just the Waka, you know what I'm saying? Like their whole tribe, their community. It's like they feel like all the bad things have been happening to them for a long time, especially since Pi's birth, which we'll also get into, you know what I'm saying? Which is so fucked. Yeah,
So
it cuts
the chief duties were supposed to be handed down to Cliff Curtis, who said no. So it was supposed to go to his little brother, who was like not good enough for Coro. Now it's supposed to go to the next generation's male who died in birth. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just like trying to see. I
think so. Well, because you was talking about how like there's a prophesied chosen one, but then I was like, bro, I thought they passed that mantle of leader down in a specific family.
Yeah, I mean that's how I would think it would be, like a certain family stuff, like, and then somebody in that family is going to be the one. So I think it's kind of both, where it's kept like in this lineage, one of the males is supposed to be the guy, but and then we thought it was going to be Paikea's brother. So I think that's where we're at now. Like, but one of them is supposed to be the chosen one, the prophesized, he who was promised.
Okay, for sure. That's what I think it is. Well, now we're gonna learn it's she who was promised. All right, Guy is a fucking thug. All right, she was promised.
The obvious candidate.
Come on,
who should
bro.
take over? Like, even when she's leading in the concert, she's the smartest one. She's doing the practice by herself. Like, ain't nobody else have to watch her or force her to do these things.
That shit was hard walking down the street.
Yeah, she's equipped. She's like, other people don't even question her as a leader. They just follow her. Like, yeah, okay, this is what we're doing. I'll be on the side. You go and do all that stuff. She's one of the smartest kids in her school. This is like, the only reason she can't do it is because she is not a male. And because the people in charge are specifically looking for a male to fill that leadership role. When an obvious choice is growing right there and getting stronger and stronger. And even through the like rejection, growing more and more equipped to handle that job. So Grandpa,
that's how she handles adversity, by getting through it. Yeah, you jerk. Exactly. So after showing the Waka and his current state, it cuts to them in their house, and Poro's he's just waking up, eating breakfast, and then that's when you learn that Coro is out. He's out trying to clear up the septic tank that I guess is running awry over there. So it already shows this fool Coro is out here still working when he's clearly at the age of retirement. You know what I'm saying? But he's still out here working, he's still trying to, provide for his peoples and stuff. But I feel like because of that, like that should be like the way it's framed, like that should definitely be what Pororongi is doing. You know what I'm saying? He sat there and felt like regret. He was like, oh, why the hell is he doing it? Why can't they have somebody else do it? Like, oh, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever.
Hands on, old man, got to do it himself. Still got to work.
Yeah, exactly. And then, what is it? From there, well, Rawiri comes in and asks for get some food too, and then he's just like, "Oh, your timing is crazy, dog. Your timing is
showing up whenever
crazy,
the
dog.
food is hitting the plate." It's
like, real.
I'm here for you, Mom. Let me get some more eggs and toast.
I'm blessed.
I'm blessed. I'm a blessed child, Mom.
You know what I mean? So then from there, the next scene is at the school where Koro has come to pick up Pai.
On his bike?
And they do their, on his bike, their daily, the daily rides and stuff. And that part was hilarious, bro. When Hemi was talking to Pai about stuff, and then Koro just comes in, bink. No, they weren't even talking. They were just talking shit. Hemi and his boys were talking shit to her.
Oh, like, right.
You're the one. Yeah, you're the weirdo in the fucking whale costume, farting all over people, little bastard.
The Coro just rolls up and smacks him in the back of the head. What was that for? Show some more respect.
Yeah, show some more respect.
Fodder.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna pick you to be the leader of my team later.
Yeah, for real.
He takes he's picking up Pai, and then he sees a single school teacher. She's like playing ball with some of the kids, like basketball or something. And he asks about her. He's like, "Hey, is that teacher of yours still single?" She's like, "Yeah." She still have those things on her teeth.
Yeah.
Invite her over tonight. He's like, bring her over to for dinner tonight. He's gonna be like trying to matchmake her and his son. So his son sticks around.
Was that common back then? Like, were people just like, "Hey, come over, man. Come over, meet my son."
Some arranged marriages.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Some Game of Thrones, like the dad was just like, "I need better for my son, but also politically, I need to keep him here." So you just like,
right.
There's that. Yeah. I'm sure some people did not mind. Yeah, some people did not mind arranging marriages for other people, but. Yeah, as far as the people in the marriages that didn't have anything to say, it's just allegiances and all that. But that night, to cut to that night where they're showing the slideshow, it gets real quick. Yeah. This like hope of a possible relationship between the teacher and the dad, it snuffed out in like 4 minutes.
Yo, what? What the
so
fuck? How
quick.
Awkward is that, bro? That's so bad, bro. And she was just sitting there like, I need to get out of here. Like, yeah. So, from there it cuts to their house. Back in their house, this fool Pororongi is showing off his art, which I thought fucking sucked. A lot of his art sucked, bro. Showing him a slideshow of. Yeah, a lot of it was sculpture, and one of them looked like a fucking looked like a big ass pot that we used to cook. It just looked like a regular ass steel pot, and I was like, this is art? Is this art? What the fuck is this? It just sucks.
Maybe it's the way you can explain it to make people feel emotion is the art of it. Like, because you gotta sell it.
Art is about how you interpret it, man.
And
it's all about your interpretation, man.
And how much that interpretation might be worth to me. How can we play up? This is ancestral pot.
That's a fucking pot. Yeah.
That's how we see it, because we're like, I see that pot every day. Pot.
Yeah. I guess if you spin it in like a very interesting way, or just like, okay, yeah, then it's art, I guess. Fuck.
The slideshow. Just going through it.
So
the teacher gets there, arrives.
Yeah.
Dad walks through the sheet that they're using to show the slideshow, and he's like, "Here, this is a teacher. She's from here. Yeah, it's my son. Start the show over."
Yeah.
From the beginning, she wants to see the whole thing.
From the beginning.
She wants to see all your art.
Yeah.
The dad goes too many slides back.
And
a white woman shows up on the screen, and little brother kind of sits up a little bit on the couch. He's like, "Oh, this is interesting."
Yeah.
Up to that point, they were just looking at boring art, and there's really quiet in the room. Like the whole family's just like,
for real.
Okay. But now there's a white lady up there on the screen. He's like, "Oh, who's this?" Tries to click out of it, clicks back another picture where he's in the picture with her, hugging her. He's like, "Oh, this is Anne," or I forget what her name was.
I forgot her name too.
And she's my fiance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, girlfriend. I thought girlfriend.
Okay, girlfriend.
Whatever.
It's my girlfriend, my
Mhm.
German girlfriend. Also, she's pregnant. We're gonna have a child.
Oh, congratulations, bro! You always get the good-looking ones.
With his girlfriend then sitting right next to him.
Yeah, right next to him. And she's like,
you always get the good-looking ones. What? You know.
yeah.
Shut up,
Right.
Rawiri.
So then, yeah. So now immediate tension. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, well, people are congratulating his mom, congratulated him. You know, why didn't you tell us? You know, but then obviously immediate tension between him and Caro, and the awkward tension with the teacher still in there. You know what I'm saying? The teacher watching all of this just like,
so I can go now.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go bye. So they clear, what the fuck? So, they clear out the room. Nanny clears the room out, like, all right, let's leave these two alone.
Oh,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Let them talk. Yeah. So they have their big blow up. You know what I'm saying? They have their fight. It's like, they're arguing about, Poro leaving. Like, when are you going to come back? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this why you stayed away so long? When were you going to tell us? You know what I'm saying? I think, did he ask him, like, what the gender was, too, or something? Or
I don't remember him
why do I
asking,
feel like,
I just think he was,
Yeah, I don't
really
think-
mad. Like, you just go out
Yeah.
there, you're doing stuff. You got to come back. You got to come back
you have
home.
to take care of your,
He's
care
like,
of your people.
I don't want to bring a child here. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get to treat this new child the way you have this other child that I left
Yeah.
here. And Coro's like, oh, you think I'm doing like a bad job or something of raising your freaking kid? Why don't you just take her then? Take her back.
Take her with you.
She's of no use to me, is what Coro
Oh.
says. And of course,
Piece of
Nanny
shit.
Flowers had just opened the door, and Pi was looking in when he said that.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna leave. Now Pi is gonna move to Germany with her dad because the dad and the grandpa had like a big fight, and it's not even about her. It's about them, right? It's about the two men like having a fight, but she's gonna get dragged into it, and her whole life has to change now. Like,
oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. That's right, man.
But I feel like this is the point where the grandfather goes from, well, I'm gonna do the best with what I have, even if it's a girl. Like, to him, it's like inferior, right? But she's still strong, smart, knows everything, so a good child, right? It goes from that to like, well, now I'm done giving any sort of helping hand to this kid.
Oh shit!
And for that point, like that's when he like ignores her, like it's like day one at the hospital. But like, in their real life now, in the community where they're like, he's just totally ignoring her and stuff.
What if he didn't do that out of like something to stick to tradition? He just did it because he was mad at his fucking son. Like, he wanted to like, prove his son, you know what I'm saying? Like, prove a point to his son. Like, Coro is for sure like a selfish bastard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know, man. Just no, right. Fuck, Coro.
And then it's like, we learned that he's so much bigger a part of this movie than her dad is, because her dad is gone all the time. I thought of Cliff Curtis, like, when I was reading the cast leading into it and doing research, I thought he was going to be more involved in the movie, but it definitely is this prejudiced, sexist grandfather that is like one of the main villains. He's like the main villain, I guess.
Antagonist.
Like, it's his sense of just like, no, you can't do this. You can't join the boys club. You can't be a leader. You can't practice any of this. Don't even come here. Just go hang out with your grandma, play cards, smoke cigarettes. Don't.
Right.
But I feel like that is the part where he just doesn't care about Pi anymore, because he's got to like look for the leader. His thing is like, well, it can't be any of the kids from this asshole son of mine, so let me find the true leader of our community, for our people, for our village, moving forward. And that's when he totally switches his campaign into going around getting like all the firstborns, because he's still trying to figure out he's like reverse engineering the prophecy, where he's like, I need to figure out where it's gonna fit somewhere to make it work.
Reverse engineering the prophecy is like, crazy.
Give me all the firstborn sons. We're gonna figure out which one of them is the true leader, because I've been messing it up for the last 10 years with this one, or last 13 years. Now we got to get onto it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they try to leave.
Yeah, they try to leave. I put in the notes. It said the saddest bike ride around a bush, because they were just, those two were just riding around the bush for like a bush in their yard for like, I don't even, you know what I'm saying, for a while, probably a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, fuck. So it's been made. It's been established that Boro was gonna take Pai with him back to Germany, and they have a whole discussion about it. This fool Boro was crying and shit on the boat. He was talking about his relationship with his father and what Koro did to him as he was growing up. Basically the same thing that he's doing now with Pai, but just probably worse because Pai's not a boy. You know what I'm saying? So
I think she says for a second, she's like, I heard him say, he doesn't have any use for me. But then she also says, I know he didn't mean that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, so it's not like really like her feeling disowned or like thrown away.
Yeah. In fact, it feels like she blames herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't blame anything on Koro. It's just like, it's not his fault that I was born a girl. Like, she says that, bro. So I know that he doesn't mean that, but it's not his fault that I was born this way. And I was like, oh, she's so empathetic, dog. She's so grown. She's so wise, dog. Jesus.
She's never mad the whole time. She's just like,
you know what I'm saying?
This is just another injustice I have to overcome. I'll just go this way.
On my way to be the leader of this fucking community, dog.
Just another hurdle I'm gonna clear.
Yeah. Because I'm the realest one in this tribe. It's cool. I'm the realest one. It's okay. So
shut up.
Yes, shut up. So they have the saddest bike around the bush for God knows how long, and they finally leave. Those two get in the car. Boro and Pai get in the car and they leave. And what is it? No, well, they leave, but then Koro went into the fucking house. Yeah. He went in before they even left. He didn't say goodbye.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't say goodbye to his son or Pai. No, he gave Pai a hug. I think gave Pai a hug and then didn't say bye to his son. So he went into the house first, and everybody else waved him off.
But then that's when Nanny comes in. He
was watching through the window. Yeah. So Nanny comes in and is like, yeah, you watch them leave. And then that's when Koro's like, well, they're arguing back and forth or whatever. And then that's when Koro says, when she was born, that's when things went wrong for us.
Damn.
So that was when he decided, like, hey, you know what? I guess I will create this school for all the firstborns in the damn village.
Yeah,
because it's definitely my granddaughter. Yeah, it's definitely my granddaughter who's making all this shit happen. Because I'm Koro and I'm right all the time.
It's a leader. I'm going to convince all these other old men to do the same thing. Exactly. Maybe that's the part where he like kind of turns off any sort of grandfatherly affection to her.
Right.
Because when she comes back and tries to talk to him at the school, she's like, I'm back. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not now, Pai.
Yeah.
Not now.
But they still have to go. So they leave. And as they're driving up the countryside, around the mountains, along the ocean, there is a call. There is a feeling. There is just a sense being called out to Paikea, and she can hear the whales. She can feel the whales. She asks her dad to pull over. There's a conveniently placed viewpoint where they pull over on the overlooking the water. And the ocean is rolling, and she's just there hearing sounds calling to her from the ocean. And the dad's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "I have to go back. I can't go with you.
I have to go home now. Can I go home now?"
You go home now. He's like, "Yeah." So he knows that, okay,
Yeah.
she's not coming with me, thank God. So he takes her back. He's like, hey, Mom, she doesn't really want to come. And he leaves. He fucking is gone again.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's what I was like. Like, you watch the rest of the movie and you're just like, is Cliff Curtis coming back really fucking fast? What the fuck was that?
Cliff Curtis coming back?
Yeah, so what the fuck? Was Coro right? Poro is also a dickhead, just like his father. No, so Poro drops her back off, and that's when she comes into the hall and she sees Koro meeting up with these other old idiots in the village. And they're talking about, starting the school. Yeah, they're talking about starting the school, and then that's when she comes in like, oh, Baka, I'm back, Baka. And then he's just like, not now, Pai. Get the fuck out of my face.
So you're the thing that this all went wrong.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Tapu. Yeah, bro. So, you don't know what they're meeting about, obviously, when you're watching it. Yeah, but they're it cuts to from there. It cuts to the bus stop, right? And you got Hemi out there. Hemi, one of the boys is going to go to the school. He's smoking. Bro's like 12, 13 years old. He's over there smoking and shit. Not gonna lie, he was looking kind of cool.
He was just like leg kicked up, leaning against a stop sign or something like that.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, smoking's terrible for you, but it makes for a cool picture. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding.
Only the cool kids. Yo, yeah. Cool and she's kids. Like, you shouldn't be smoking. He's like, why? He's like, Coro's gonna see you, and you're gonna get in trouble. And he's like, your grandpa ain't coming here. She's like, what do you mean? He picks me up all the time. He comes here every day. And he's like, nah, he started a school, a leadership school for all the boys. So we got to take the bus, meet him over there now. Yep. She's like, no, my grandpa always picks me up. He's done so for all my life. He's like, whatever. I'm going to get on this bus. I'm out. And then I think it cuts to the new school, where the grandma's like, you pick her up all the time. You're not going to pick her up now. Yeah. Did you even tell her, you dick?
Yeah, for real. Exactly. And then that's what she yeah. Why did she ride on the bus with the others? You always pick her up. You know what I'm saying? You picked her up her entire life. You know what I'm saying? So of course she's going to, whatever. So while she's arguing with Koro in the kitchen, that's when Pai walks in. And this is the part that, I figure out later that she was, riding her bike over there. But I was like, did she walk all the way over here? Like, how far is everything? Why do I feel like everything in their community is like really close by? Until I seen like the picture with the bus, or like later on with the bus, and she's riding her bike or whatever. But I wrote in here, I was like, did she walk all the way over here? Like, no, she couldn't have done that. I'm sure she rode her bike all the way over there.
There was like a delay or something. I think it was like they didn't start for half an hour. They like delayed the start for half an hour because the grandma wanted to wait till Pai was there. She had to ride her bike all the way over there, even after waiting until everyone at school was gone, probably. She's like the last kid there, just waiting. One of the teachers had to come out. She's like, honey, do you want to call someone to make sure they're on the way? She's like, my grandpa's coming, don't worry. He's like, well, I'm trying to go home, sweetie, so if you could grab somebody. I don't know how many teachers came out when I was like, got forgotten at school, and they were like, well, the after hours program is over, so I guess I'll drop you off at home again, Lance. It's like, damn. No, she gets. Paikea.
Don't get my nigga Lance out. What the fuck?
Parents were busy. Paikea then has to make her own way to this school. Right. And she now that she's there, the program can start. And the grandpa explains all what's going on. Right, we're getting all the boys together. So guys, come on in. Have a seat on these benches. We're gonna start going through the process of finding a leader who's going to be the one who was promised and lead our community back to being a success, whatever they think success is. Everybody sits down. Pai sits at the end of one of the front benches, which the grandpa immediately sees, and he says, Pai, You're not a boy. Go sit in the back. Pi sits down where she is.
Yeah.
She stays where she is.
Looks them dead in the eyes. Just
right, before they sit. Before they sit, they're like, everyone sit down except for you, Pi. You're a girl. Go to the back. And she slowly just sits down where she is, right in the front.
Dog, that shit was hard, bro. But also like the part before that, right? When she comes and then Nanny Flowers has them, come in and like on some formal stuff. Like she's over there, what is it, singing in the Maori language?
Yes.
That part was hard, bro. And she was,
and she led them in.
Yeah. So Nanny Flowers was doing her thing, singing whatever, and
chanting,
then chanting. There you go. And then Pi comes in and is the leader of the boys. She's the one leading everybody in. She's the one, doing everything. You know what I'm saying?
The response to the call. Yep.
Yeah.
Chanting back, doing all the proper motions, bringing in the whole new team as they're embarking on this school endeavor, leadership council, community, whatever.
Clearly see who the leader is, right? You clearly see it. You know,
nobody's like, hey, Pi, let me do that. Let me be the one that responds to the call and chants back while leading everybody. Everyone's just like, yeah, she's the one. Everyone's like, that's the leader. Let's follow her in. And then when Caro tells her to get in the back, she's like, what are you talking about, bro? I belong up here. I'm obviously, but because she sits down. I led
these fucking idiots in here. What you mean?
I'm the best of this group.
You know what I'm saying?
But because of that defiance, he tells her, all right, well, then get lost. If you don't want to listen, just leave. And now she gets up and leaves. I was like, no, I would continue the defiance a little bit more. I would say at least you can stand your ground. Okay, just stay where you are. But she gets up, she walks off, and now she's outside of like the area. I thought that sucked. I was like, Grandpa's big mad.
Yeah, bro.
Weird.
But I mean, he she did her own little defying. You know what I'm saying? She may have left there, but she was just sticking around, like, what these motherfuckers up to? Man, I'm about to learn something, bro. I don't give a damn if they, you know what I'm saying? She's over here like, oh shit, because it cuts through different times, different days and stuff where he's teaching them, teaching them different things about being the leader of their community, right? Showing them how to use the taiaha. The taiaha has come back, you know what I'm saying, from Once Were Warriors. The taiaha, even doing like the haka, you know what I'm saying, the importance of that. But as you know what I mean? Yeah, so throughout the entire, right?
Beat your chest. Make them bleed.
Make them bleed.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah. You stick your tongue out to show your enemies and put their head on the pike. Then put their head on the pike and scare them. I was like, yeah. That shit was crazy. So throughout all of that, you know what I'm saying, you see Pi like trying to get in on the lessons, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like
she's not allowed inside the building, but she's like peeking through the windows, trying to like learn what they're learning, see what they're learning. Yeah, try to keep up with the class.
She gets the chants down quickly already. She's getting everything down. You know what I'm saying? Because again, she's the chosen one. She is Pi, the chosen one. So she's over here learning all this shit. That shit was hard, bro. I like that part. But what? Wait. She got caught, didn't she? Right? That's why she got caught. I forget what she got caught doing. That's when Caro came and like confronted her about something.
Yeah. Is it the second time she gets caught where she's like fighting with the taiaha, or is that the first time?
No. That's the first time she gets caught. The second time was with the taiaha.
Okay. So the first time I'm trying to read. So the first time she was just around or something, and he was like, "Get lost."
Yeah. I think so, because the taiaha happens later. Right, it happens later. So I forget what kind of spat they get into, because from the school, it cuts to back home, back at their house, and they're eating dinner, and Caro is just, Coro's like going in, like talking shit, you know, and then Pai apologizes to him, but you know, he's just being a dickhead, and he slaps the cup off. That's when he slaps the cup off the table and onto the floor, and it shatters. And then that's when Nanny Flowers comes and
starting to clean,
you know, cleans it up, starts cleaning it up, and then he's just like, you know, hey, leave that to her, leave that to her. It's like, oh, you may be the leader out there, but in this house, it's me, you know, some crazy shit like that or whatever. So she cleans it up, and then that's when it cuts to the beach when Pai is out there by herself, and then Nanny Flowers comes and tries to console her and stuff. And I think that's when she mentions again, like, hey, yo, it's not, I don't blame him, it's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? Pai being the biggest adult out of everybody in there. Like, she is definitely the biggest adult there. But then that's when I think, what is it?
Nanny Flowers.
That's when Nanny tells her about Rawiri and how you know how good he is with the Taiaha. I think that was it. I think.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to. Coro's trying to show the guys the Taiaha, and then Pai's outside with like a stick.
Yeah.
Somebody else goes out there and is it Hemi that she like just no? There's no way. I think after she gets trained up.
The stuff with Hemi happens later. Yeah, after she gets trained up. So I think that was the whole fight with Coro and then the kitchen stuff. So then that's when Nanny was just like, hey, you know who was actually good with the Taiaha? You know, Rawiri.
Yeah, your uncle.
That boy was beautiful with the stack or some shit. I forget what the hell he says. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
What happened? Yeah. What happened?
Yeah. He used to be pretty athletic. Then he started smoking crack and hanging out with Shiloh. Bro.
Yeah. Like, is bro just a big burnout? Like, he really was just like, he's just smoking marijuana and shit, probably drinking a lot.
Was it marijuana? My bad.
I don't know, bro.
I thought it was like a pipe.
Yeah, I don't know. Because
if Pai goes to like talk to the uncle and ask him, like, talk about it, and him and Shiloh are like passed out on a couch. Or like nodded off on the couch, and it's just like, "Hey, uncle!" And he like quickly grabs his paraphernalia and tucks it behind him. He's like, "What did I tell you about sneaking up on us?" He's like, "I just walked 300 feet from the house out here to you."
Yeah.
So, but she asked him. She was like, "I'm trying to learn how to use a Taiaha," and Grandma said that you know how to do it. He's like, "Well, that was a long time ago," you know.
Yeah.
She brings out one of his like trophies. His competition trophies. He was like, "Damn, yeah, that was a long time ago. I haven't done that in a while." She's like, "Please, I need someone to teach me." And he was like, "Does your grandpa know?" And she was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, then let's get started."
Yeah, let's get started then. Like, yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah.
Everybody a quick little demonstration.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
yo, sick with it. And even when he pulls back, like that last move, he's like, and then he kind of resets. You kind of see that like confidence and like, that pride, like in like some like taking that something that he was really good at. In the very next scene, he's now running on the beach. He's getting active. You know, he's like, okay, I'm feeling it. The Coro's surprised. He's out there on the beach trying to fix the boat and stuff, and he sees his burnout son over here, you know, getting a jog in really early in the morning. He's like, what the hell's happening? Oh, that's just the leader helping inspire and motivate people. Okay.
Man, I didn't even think of that. That's right. Oh, shit. That's right. Look at the effect Pai has on people, dog.
Yeah, bro. She's just out here like,
this crackhead fool from smoking crack. He's running on the beach now.
Yeah. So,
oh, shit.
Definitely, they start training, taking it like regularly. So they get stronger. Definitely Pai starts learning from the uncle, so she can beat Hemi.
Yeah. Did you notice that like one of his homies was booked?
I thought I saw Mark in there.
Oh, freaking Mark was in there, dog. That's what I was like, who the hell? Why is he?
He got a little rat tail.
I don't know if he had the rat tail, but dog, I was just like, oh yeah. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, that's where Boogie ended up after.
But then there's also the training montage of Boogie got sent down.
Wait, what? Yeah, he got sent down to the
Boogie's
village.
foster home got sent down to the Madai. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
That's where the boys' home was. Ugh.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So like it was cool that like they kept switching between like it kind of showed the contrast between Coro and him teaching the boys versus Rawiri teaching Pai, and we clearly know who the winner is. You know what I'm saying? So from there it cuts to the school. And that's when Coro was like, teaching them about the haka and stuff and slapping your chest till it bleeds, talking about the hairs on the pipe. You know what I'm saying? But then when he was doing that, he took a special interest in Hemi, the fart, the fart kid. You know what I'm saying? Like he sees like
you're the best of the group I have left.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So he's like he's hyping up Hemi to be like the chosen one. So from there, it cuts to inside the hall. Where Coro calls on Hemi to chant back what they were chanting earlier, what he wanted all the boys to learn. But then that's when Hemi brought his dad in, who already you could tell is a fucking thug, burnout too. I was like, yo, look at this fucking guy. And he came in wearing leather pants. I was like, bruh, fuck you.
Bro, I was so glad that he like did the breath and like did the forehead and breath first. I thought he was gonna be like, so disconnected from the culture, even that he was just gonna shake his hand or be like, oh, is that not what? Or like some sort of awkward interaction there. But I feel like at least he knew to do like the proper traditional greeting.
Yeah, and that's what made me think he was actually a cool dude. It was something like that because I thought, he brought his dad or whatever, and he does that. But I mean, fuck. Damn.
The dad leaves right after him. I feel like this is a kind of like a test day, like a show day, like or we're gonna perform today, and then whoever does the best out of here is gonna kind of make it further into the leadership trials. But yeah,
right.
I think a couple other dads are there, or are those just old ass firstborn men that are part of the leadership school class? Some of those guys that were sitting on the front bench were like 35. I was like,
yeah.
The leader is like completely balding. This guy's got a whole ass family. And then it's Paikea right next to him.
Yeah. I just assumed those dudes were like those little kids' dads.
That's what I thought.
Think that they're part of the trials too.
At first I thought it was the 40. Dads. He's the firstborn.
No.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
Kids,
no kids,
brother. They're the firstborn with no kid. You know what I'm saying?
The last firstborn.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. That'd be hilarious.
So Hemi's dad gets in there and he sits next to other adults, which I assume are other dads. And he's watching his son. Like do the chant, and Hemi is not nearly as good as Paikea, right? But he's doing it, and you can see this pride, like, oh, my dad's here. Like, my dad showed up to this. Let me, like, show out. So he's trying hard. That's cool. Right after that, because Hemi was the first to go, now his dad is about to leave right after he's done. He's like, you're not going to stay and watch the whole show, Dad? He's like, I saw your part. And then he hops into, like, a lowrider. 3 other leather-clad men.
Yeah, 3 other leather-clad men.
Who we don't see again in the movie. They're out.
No! Fucking deadbeat.
Are they coming back? Or why do we even get to see the interior of that car before it pulled up? It's just like, we never see them again. They're gone. Okay, all right.
Bro, I thought they were going to press Pi. Remember
I thought they were going to shoot the dad in the freaking hall. I thought that was going to be a hit. And then he hopped in their car, and I was like, oh, thank goodness. I thought this shit was going to get real American.
Oi, where are you from, Cos? Bing, 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 bing. I was like, oh, shoot, bro.
South Auckland in this bitch. I was worried there. But luckily, Hemi's dad is just going to go with his friends. They're going to do whatever. They're going to go meet Jake the Muss at the bar.
Yeah. they needed Hemi's dad to go do the drive-by.
Yeah, why they had to go pick up the dad to go on a mission? Where do we pick up Jesse from? Oh, the learning center?
Yeah.
The young men's leadership center down
Yeah, bruh.
Go swoop him up. Let's
Yeah,
go get this hit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's over there doing something for his son. We have to get him after he does that thing with his son, and then we can go. Yeah, his little G, and we can go murder that fool later. No, so yeah, we can go murder.
You gotta wait till 3 p.m.
Yeah. So Leatherpants gets in his car with his leather-clad homies, and then they all leave. And Hemi is devastated. You know what I'm saying? His dad is never in his life, you could tell. So Hemi was crying about his dad. And then that's when Pi showed up, because she was on her way. Because this is what made me think that the school was close by the house, because when she was walking with the stick, when she was practicing her Taiaha moves, and then the car came and pressed him, that's when, pressed her, she was like, yeah, the school's up there.
Right.
Like she just, I don't know. I was like, what?
Right. So maybe she was around her house. Maybe she was around her house and the school was within like pointing distance.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so it doesn't matter, So Hemi's crying in the back, and Pi shows up and is trying to comfort him, but then he's like, go away. Yeah, like, go away, you fucking girl. Girls are gross. You know what I'm saying? So
when you're like crying somewhere in public and someone comes up to you and tries to comfort you, so you want to like beat the shit out of them, of course. That's that's entirely normal feeling that this guy,
right.
He's just like mad, like, how could you see me like this? How dare you walk by?
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to see me crying either. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
pick a better,
dude.
Yeah, you gotta pick a better crying place than right next to a walking.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. For real, I'll go cry in the bathroom or something.
Yeah,
for real. I'll talk about it after when I wipe my tears away. So. So Pi comes, tries to comfort him, and he's just not having it. He's just like, you're gross. Fuck you. Well, doesn't say fuck you, but it's just, so
let's fight.
He picks up this. Yeah, let's fucking fight, dude. So he picks up the stick, and she has hers already, and he's trying to get her, and she's just like, bing. I need you, dog. What are you doing, dog? Like, she is blocking the shit out of everything he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is fucking boring, dude. You suck. So she blocks him enough and then fucking
disarms him.
Disarms him. And she's just like, what the hell? Yeah. And then that's when Caro comes and he's seen the whole thing. Well, Caro was there and he sees the whole thing. He heard yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's outside. Right. Mm-hmm.
And then he sees his star pupil on the ground.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But then Hemi was a real one though, bro, because like Caro was like, what happened here? Caro was like, what happened here? And then Hemi stood up and was just like, it's not her fault. I was like, oh, Hemi a real one. Hemi is a real one. So it's just like, yes, it's not her fault. And then Caro was just like, shut up and wash your face. It's just like, wash your face, dude. Get your ass out of here and wash your face. I don't care whose fault it is. Wash your face. You f this up. Get out of my damn face.
Bro, so, can you imagine if your like #1 draft pick was just like entirely beat?
Underperforming? Yeah, bro. It's just like, dude, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Get the hell out of here. You're going to the bench. So, Caro is over there just, berating Pi, just trying to make her like fucking apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, apologize, say sorry. And then she's like, I'm sorry. Says it 3 times. So say it again. Say it till you mean it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just, fuck. And then that's when he says,
for being better than any pupil in your academy.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel like a terrible leader, general manager, grandpa, because you are.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's when he tells her, like, that's basically when he tells her, like, hey, all this stuff is happening because of you. You've broken tapu, is what he said. Taboo. you know? And then that's when it again, like Pai is not blaming him. You know what I'm saying? Like as sad as she is, you know, as hurt as she is by how he's treating her, like she still doesn't blame him for how he's acting. I was like, damn, bro, like, yo,
how could you not
fuck.
though? Like, it's,
you know,
the whole reason is that this grandpa is so wrapped up in the very specifics of this prophecy or tradition or legend or like cultural norms that he refuses to see that easily the best equipped person to take on that leadership role is his own granddaughter. Refuses to believe, you know, this is the one because she's not a boy. Like, how can you not think that this is the guy that's being the problem? Because I think it is, but she's just like,
hell yeah,
it's not your fault. You're just a victim of your own algorithm, Grandpa. You watch a lot of very conservative, traditional. You don't think men can be as good? Like, I mean, it's not your fault, Grandpa. You only read the one prophecy every morning and night. That's not no other books, anything else in the house. Just like, and he was promised. He. Grandpa, sound like
he was promised. Like, Coro, shut your ass up, Bolo.
Bro, take this obvious great leader that you have right in front of you in your own household, and accept that she is the one. But yeah, good on her for just being empathetic and like, it's like, it's my grandpa. I love him. He's a good man when he's not
being a sexist piece of shit to me.
You just take that part out. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty cool guy. Like,
he just smacks kids in the village.
He's a real piece of shit. So after all of that, after all the berating, it goes into Coro and the boys are in a boat with Rawiri. Well, Rawiri is outside of the boat trying to help him get in, but they're at the ocean, and the boys are in the boat with Coro, and they're trying to get, you know, taken out to sea. And Hemi comes in and is trying to get in the boat, but then that's when Coro's like, "No, Hemi, not you, not you." Not you. So
this is an integral next step in the leadership testing process.
Literally the final test.
You don't even get on the boat, Hemi.
You know what I'm saying? I was
because
like,
he got beat because he was crying.
Yep. I think all of it. He was humiliated. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like by extension, Coro was humiliated because that was his number one draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
So you're taking it out on the draft pick?
Yeah, he's gonna take it out on the draft pick. Wow. Of course we're gonna take it out on the draft pick, Lance. I'm the fucking leader. I'm Coro. You know what I'm saying? These are my standards. I'm like, bro, fuck you, Coro.
You know, those expectations kind of ruined Hemi's draft process.
Yeah, exactly. So doesn't let him in the boat, and they go out to sea. And the final test is someone has to get the whale tooth that's around Coro's neck. It's been around his neck, I think, the entire movie, right?
Yeah.
Like he had that on him that whole time?
Yeah.
So that final test was somebody has to go in there and get it. So he takes it off, throws it into the ocean. He's like, only one of you can get it. And then I think maybe four of the boys jump in because there's 6 total. 4 of the boys jump in, and of course they had to do the 2 biggest kids the dirtiest. That's so messed up, bro. That's so messed up. Like the 4 skinny kids, the 4 skinny bastards get to dive in and try to accomplish the test, and then the 2 big kids are just like, oh, he has a cold and I can't swim.
So I guess we're not part of the leadership
I guess we're not leaders then, because this kid is sick and I can't swim.
That what is it, Ray Puta? The whale tooth is like the symbol of their lineage and tribe, and the leader wears it. So the next leader we'll fish it out from the bottom of the sea. And he literally just throws it away. And I'm like,
yeah,
I would not have done that with this draft class. Like, seeing what I had so far, I would have been probably 50 to 100 meters closer to the beach. Like a lot less room to manage. But he throws it down there, and it quickly gets swept up down there on in between some coral stuff moving around. Yeah. And, you know, 2 kids pop up. They don't have it. They ran out of breath. The last 2 pop up. Coral reaches out. He's like, give it to me.
Almost. That one of them almost gets it.
Almost got it. Almost. And then he realizes that that symbol of his tribe is gone forever. Like, he literally just threw it away. And he goes into like a deep depression, realizing that this is the end of his tribe and lineage and community and people and stuff. That shit is gone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think we get some shots of it like resting at the bottom of the ocean where they are.
It was your fault, Photo. You fucking did that. You
idiot. Man, that's crazy.
Dummy. Yeah, bro.
It's like strength and the ability to hold your breath.
Yeah.
Determined.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like,
determine who's next in my line. I don't even know y'all. I don't even know you motherfuckers until I started this school. I didn't even know you existed. You know?
Like, so if I was on that boat and I saw him about to throw that thing, I would have jumped off immediately. Because they like let it sit for like a couple seconds and it got
for real.
Around. I'm not waiting. Just go.
For real, just wait on the edge.
Yeah, look at it, try to eyeball it or something. Yeah, that was
bro.
None of them get it. That was wild. But yeah, we do follow Coral back home to his depression, where he lies in bed, like prone and
in the fetal position at that.
No, yeah, just like staring off into the distance, just like not listening, not hearing anything. There is a assembly happening at Paikea's school, where she's going to accept an award, but she leaves. Oh, is that later? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a little later. That's okay.
Yeah, no, he's calling out. Caro is later calling out and crying to like his ancestors, the ancient ones. Just like, what's gonna happen? What do we do? I've lost our. Yeah,
that's when he was in the hall.
Crying out to them, just like letting it all. Like, what do we do? I'm so lost. And even she does it, where she's like, okay, well, hopefully they can hear me if they don't hear my grandpa, and they can come and answer his prayers. So she's out on the waka looking at the water, onto the waves coming into the ocean. I think it's nighttime now, but she's doing the same chants. Calling out to the ancient one, to the ancestors for help, for guidance, for something that's going to heal her grandfather, who she can tell is in serious pain. See, even in these moments where like he forgets about her, doesn't care about her, she still puts his happiness and well-being kind of at the forefront, where she's willing to call out for him. Definitely. Ancestors, hear my grandfather's prayer. Kind of like, I want him to have success and stuff. Does she hear back?
Like, she says that she did, but in the scene it doesn't really show anything. You know what I'm saying? But she says it in her narration. It's like, I called out to them too, but I think when they said hear back, I think that's the part with the beast whales.
Yeah.
But it just shows up later. So I'm tripping. So in a way she does hear back, just not in the way that everybody expected. But as she does that after everybody's crying out to their ancestors, right? It cuts to Pai with Rawiri and Shiloh and Boogie,
Yeah.
back at the same spot that back
What
at the
they do
same
is just
spot where
drinking, going for a boat ride, just hanging out on the
chilling.
water, and but
But
the
I
exact
think
same spot.
exactly, yeah, and I think Rawiri brought her there on purpose, like just to show her, like, yeah, this is where Koro threw the whale tooth. You know what I'm saying? This is where he did it.
You
I
think he
can't.
was like, I'm gonna take my
Well,
star pupil.
maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe, but I think he really just took her out there, like, hey, like, yeah, this is where
Which,
they had their final test.
yeah, she asked, like, do you remember where he threw it? And he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, just out there. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go get it, and then
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, whatever. And they just keep drinking and
For
hanging
real.
out.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. She's just like, I'm gonna go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how those guys couldn't get it 15 seconds after it went in. How are you gonna get it 15 hours, 2 days later, or whatever it was?
Because it called to her, dude. She knew exactly where it was, bro. Because it belongs to her. It's rightfully hers, bro. She knew exactly where to look. All right, so she goes in there and gets it, but she's gone for a while. You know what I'm saying? And the three burnouts on the boat are just like, hey, she's kind of been gone for a minute. Yeah, she's kind of been gone for a minute. And Rawiri hesitates. He's just like,
nah, she's fine.
Yeah, she'll be all right. Oh no!
He's like, actually,
yeah.
He goes in there, he dives, comes back up, takes a deep breath, can't find her, dives down again.
Yeah. And then freaking Pi comes back up though. Yeah. But then Pi, you know what I'm saying? Pi surprises everybody, comes back up with the boat, throws a fucking lobster in there. It's like, oh yeah, I got that. But also, I got this. And then brings up the whale tooth. And he's just like, dude.
That's crazy.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, man. It's confirmed. If it hasn't been confirmed throughout the entire movie, it finally has been with this. You know what I'm saying? She is the rightful heir.
Easily gets it. Also picks up dinner.
Yeah.
A big ass lobster.
For good measure, she picks up dinner.
Let me provide while I'm down here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's so obvious now, right? Now, I mean, and it's been obvious, I feel like, to us that she was a rightful leader, but now she has the symbol of leadership, the physical symbol of leadership that was thrown. And according to Caro himself, whoever would fish that whale tooth out is going to be the leader. So now she's done that.
Exactly.
But she doesn't even think about it as like a leadership thing. She's just like, oh, that would make my grandfather feel a lot better than what he's been doing the last couple of days. So she goes and gets it for him. She brings it back.
Yep. So then they come back from the ocean and Rawiri comes to his parents' house with the lobster, puts it in the sink, and then shows Nanny Flowers like, hey, also she got this, brings up the whale tooth, and then they're both like shitting bricks, like, oh shit.
But it says they don't tell him. What the hell?
They don't tell him yet. Nah, they're just like, hey, should we tell Caro about this? Yeah, no, he's not ready. Yeah, no, his ass might fucking drop out if he were to find out his fucking granddaughter, who he fucking denied this entire time, was actually, whatever, the rightful one. Or the one who was promised. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they keep it from him for now. And from there it cuts to another concert that the school is holding, and Pi is in there. She's doing her thing, and she's doing. Oh wait, actually no, I'm tripping. I think before that she went to go see Caro, and she had a flyer, right? She had a flyer for the concert to give to him because she invited him to be her special guest. Had a seat reserved for him and everything. So they go to the concert, and they're doing their thing. And there's a part in there where nobody really knew, but Pi had like a special verse. She wanted to do like a special verse, special chant dedicated to her grandfather. She won
She won like a competition between all the schools on like a piece, a writing piece. And she won like.
Oh, for real? That's what it was? Oh,
she like won her school's best submission. And then she won like the overall like island or like and then the whole piece that she wrote was in honor of her grandfather and everything that he's had to do and continues to do to be a leader and to find a leader for their community. And it goes into like, you know, I couldn't be that person because I'm a girl, but you know, my grandfather really just wants the best for everyone and just wants, you know, us to find that. But she's the whole time she's talking, especially at the beginning, there's an empty seat there. Because he's not there. We do see it start to cut back and forth though, right? Because he does leave the house. It's nighttime, so it might have been late. He might have missed the speech or anything, but as he's leaving the house,
Bruh had his suit out. Like people put his suit out for him to wear to go to the shit, and he put the suit on and he left. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so maybe like he is like coming out of his depression, even though like the tribe is lost. I'm still going to show up for my granddaughter who has invited me to come and see this, you know, concert for her school. But instead of turning right and heading into the village or heading into the city to go to the school, he gets a call to turn left towards the beach. Yeah. And he sees a beached whale. So we're cutting back between Paikea at the school, struggling to do this speech about her grandfather who is not there. And her grandfather discovering these beached whales, the whale, the symbol of the story and their community, the whale rider, and him trying to push this beached whale back into the water by himself. And yeah, we go back and forth between those visuals, and Paikea is crying, struggling to get through her speech. Coro's also now in the wet, rainy beach, struggling to figure out what exactly is going on. He looks up, there's even more. There's more than one. There's like 6 whales that are beached out there now. Yeah, but especially her doing that speech in front of a people, watching her cry. That sucked.
That was definitely that was like probably the best performance out of the entire movie. Like for her to read that shit with so much emotion like that, I was just like, dog, she is a great actor. This Keisha Castle-Hughes is pretty damn good, bruh. And she was only like, what, like 12, 13? Or she was playing a 12, 13-year-old in there.
I think she was like
something
13.
Like that.
Yeah, she got like nominated for Academy Awards, like definitely deserving of those nominations. She's just, I think this was her first ever film too. Like,
oh shit.
I think Niki Caro said, I wasn't looking for a girl who could play the part. I was looking for a girl who was the part and just like could just naturally be and show that like that rejection of being a girl in a Polynesian or a Islander community, but still like a badass and like I still want to do that. So definitely that fire translated very well, and that passion, and did a great job acting, well deserving of those nominations.
Hey, she made the right choice because goddamn, she's fucking good, dude.
Killed it.
Yeah. That scene makes me tear up a little bit. I'm just like, damn, dog, she's really like she's pouring her heart into the shit, dude.
Yeah, and that the surprise that that she won a competition with a piece in honor of her grandfather, and then that grandfather no-showing the performance of it. I'm sure that takes people back to like just not feeling supported in certain things that they did, maybe growing up or today. So I'm sure that hits that scene hit with a lot of other people too, like not just me.
Yeah.
But definitely an emotional scene, powerful. Keisha Castle-Hughes, she kills it. And then the last couple minutes of the movie, I say the last 20 minutes, we now focus on the whales that are all
it's the next day.
Yeah. At nighttime after the concert, everyone gets back home and they take the flashlights out and they see exactly what's going on. They're like, oh snap, he's over here trying to push whales back into the ocean. But yeah, the whole community gets out there and they're trying to keep the whales like wet, trying to roll them, trying to figure out ways to get them back inside the water until the next day. Like dawn breaks, it's daytime. And and people are getting tired. They're just fighting against the waves, against the weather, and it feels like all is lost. But we do get another dickhead moment for the grandfather, because Paikea, Caro sees a huge whale that is also beached. And this is the whale of legend. This is Tohora. This is the whale that brought the original Paikea from the ancient lands. Massive. And so Coro's trying to figure out a way to get him back into the water. Paikea is there, and she tries to use like her magical connection with the whales, tries to touch him, but before she can make contact, Coro's like, "Get out of here. You've done enough.
You've done enough." Yeah, dickhead.
Oh man, that's tough. So they struggle more trying to get the whales out. They eventually bring out a tractor, some rope, try to turn the whale so that they can push him face first into the water. Maybe that'll be easier.
Yeah.
The strings of the rope snap. Everyone falls into the water. The whale does not budge. It's too heavy. It's immovable. And they give up. They're like, there's nothing we can do. Everyone's tired from the hours of fighting. People are crying. People are seeing some of the smaller whales die. So definitely a tough moment for the morale and the fight of the people. And then you see the scene where they're all walking away, but there's one body walking towards the giant whale, and that's the one. She who was promised.
Pie. Yeah. So did she is this when she like did she get on top of the whale first? Or no. She was over there like, caressing him, massaging him.
She was like, she walked up to him, and there's these huge, thick, like barnacle-y parts of the whale, like crusted on parts. And I was like saying I think this is the original whale. That brought the original Paikea, and it's just been there swimming around for thousands of years, growing more of this barnacle armor all over itself. But she's like over here trying to do like forehead to forehead with the whale, right? She's trying to breathe in, trying to just like sort of connect with them. But she uses the barnacles to like climb up on top of him. And then when she mounts the whale, I think she does like another like talk with it, and then the whale's like, "Oh yeah, let's go." And the beached whale moves itself 180 degrees using the strength of its fins and like tail fin,
and the one on top of his back. You know what I'm saying? Fucking kicking him into gear and shit.
Here we go. Did she like hit him with the heels, like a little spurs?
Bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
And the freaking whale just like, all right, here we go.
Yo
turns around in like 30 seconds. Big swelling of music. Everyone's like sad. They're still walking away, but at this time, the largest whale, the whale leader, is now entering back into the water and calling on the rest of the whales to also do the same. So now the whales are making their way back into the water. The people are seeing it, and they realize that the large whale is gone, and also that the baby is gone. The kid is gone.
Yeah.
Natty Flowers.
Where is she? Where is she?
Excuse me.
What happened?
Astronaut Rebel. All the little bubbles up at once.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're good.
Shout out to Dutch Bros. Come on the show, Dutch Bros.
Call the show sponsors, bro. You know what it is. Manscaped, Blue Chew, all of y'all.
BetterHelp. What are all the
BetterHelp? Yeah, for real. What are the other ones? Fuck, I don't even know, bro. Manscaped and BetterHelp is definitely the big two we need.
There's the security one. There's like, Safe Help or something like. I don't know.
Oh,
On the
hey, wait, whatever, dog. Give us all the sponsors, bruh.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you're trying to sponsor a dope ass podcast about deep diving into awesome Polynesian movies, holler at your boys. Yeah. So the leader, the chosen one, has taken the legendary whale and the rest of the whales back into the water. And the grandpa's like, "What is going on?" He's like still confused. And this is Nanny Flowers like goes up and gives him the red buta back, the whale tooth.
Yep.
And he's like, "What? Who?" Like asking who found it. How did this get back here?
Out of the boys, yeah.
Yeah, he says who, and Nanny Flowers says, "What do you mean who?"
Yeah.
And it dawns on him. He realizes, he sees, it hits him.
Yeah.
Paikea was, of course, the one who got it. Of course, it was her. Of course, this is the one who is supposed to be the leader. It's just hitting him now how stupid, how like judgmental, how ignorant he was being, how prejudiced he was. And he's seeing now that the chosen one who brought this back to me was the one I've been denying and harassing and talking down to this whole movie. And you can see finally that guilt, that grief, that embarrassment, like creep onto his face as he starts to break down and cry and realize exactly what's happening. And
there it is.
Everyone watching is just like, "Makia, that's what you get."
Yeah,
you look. Yeah, that's right. You look stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
You're so bad.
I'm gonna divorce you.
90 flowers.
I'm gonna divorce your stupid ass. Yeah. No. So he finally breaks down. Finally realizes all of that. And was it that part where he was looking out and then she's looking back? This is the part I wrote down where the audio dubbing was kind of crazy because she looks back and she's just like, "It's okay, Paka," but you could tell that it was dubbed in, so it kind of took me out for a second. I was like, "Oh."
No, I mean, I
kind of deflated.
She gets taken away. She's riding the whale, whale rider. And the whale is skimming up the top of the waves, but it starts to like submerge. It starts to take some dives, comes back up, and then I think it takes a second or third dive where it's like really going down, like it's taking a deep dive, and eventually she has to let go. But yeah, it flashes to white, and then they recover her. I think they're in a hospital where she's recovering. And the grandpa's there so that he can apologize. Say you're sorry.
Yeah. Yes, say you're sorry.
Like you mean it. I'm so mad at this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but you see how he referred to her, right? Like as leader, as he says it in their language, like he says, "Forgive me, leader," or whatever it is. Please forgive me. I am only a fledgling learning to fly or learning of flight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that's when she, oh yeah, I'm the leader, motherfucker. Like,
she comes to him. She's like, "I heard you. Thank you."
Yeah. You goddamn right, I'm the leader, motherfucker. Shit, you know what it is. I've actually been awake this whole time.
I heard every word you just whimpered. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I accept your apology.
Stupid ass. Yeah. Good night. I'm going back to sleep.
Fades
Get
out.
my food ready. You know what I'm saying? Get my fucking food ready. I'm the leader.
I have a couple sandwiches ready when I wake up. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now they're celebrating her leadership.
Yeah.
Like her call to be the one. They have
this is
completed.
hard. I love this scene.
This is great. They've fully completed, built, decked out the waka. They finally completed it, and they're taking it out from where it was being built out for its maiden voyage into the water. And there are 100 people carrying it. Yo, that's dope. Including her father. Paikea's father, who
That
has
was
come
tight.
back. The uncles, all the guys in the village, everyone was taking it. There's dances, ceremonial chants being had on the beach as this maiden voyage is being undertook. Anne from Germany, who is pregnant, is standing there on the side with Shiloh and the mom. Yeah, and then they're getting ready to go. They leave. They're on the water, and I forget the tie-up scene at the end, but they're basically, this is our leader. Hear her roar.
Yeah.
And then they start paddling. They go, hey, where are we going? We out here.
And she's leading the chant, bruh. She's leading the chant over there with Coro, like being held in Coro's arms, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's following her lead, literally. You know what I'm saying? So it's, that was a great scene, bro. I love that ending, man.
Yeah, and then we get whale, water, credits.
Yeah.
And that is Whale Rider.
Whale Rider. That is Whale Rider. She was the rider of the whales. We figured it out. But
we knew the whole time she was gonna be the one. We just had to wait for the grandpa to stop being sexist.
A sexist pig. A sexist pig. Fucking man. Straight cis male.
What are the lessons? What are the themes? What do we need to... What is the lessons we need to learn from this grandpa's jerk story?
Recognize greatness when it's in front of you, you know. I think the biggest thing for me, like in the movie, was change, right? That was the biggest thing for me, was change. Embracing change while keeping to your traditions, you know what I'm saying? Because your tradition was the male, you know, the males were in charge, blah blah blah. But you know, as you see through the movie, Pai is the one who's the clear leader of the community, you know. But people were not, I mean, Coro specifically was not just not willing to change it up, you know. He was so bound by his traditions to just, you know, keep it the way it was, that he just failed at every step, you know. And it's not just the change of, like, you know, of culture or whatever. It's like the changing of the old guard, you know what I'm saying? Coro has to step down to make way for his granddaughter, you know what I'm saying? Rawiri changed too. Like, hella people changed throughout this movie, you know. Rawiri was over here just a burnout son, but then once he gets in contact, you know, once he starts you know, teaching Pai stuff, that's when it looked like he was trying to get his stuff together, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like change was like the biggest theme for me in this movie, you know. Changing of the guard, you know, tradition, changing of your traditions, you know what I'm saying? The change of like who you are as a person, you know what I'm saying? Your ideals, your beliefs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was it for me. And also, like, another one that stood out was like, especially with the conflict between Pororongi and Coro, like, about, you know, forsaking your duties that you were given, you know what I'm saying? But you're I mean, are they really yours if you didn't want them in the first place, or like if you didn't want them at all?
Feels more like a dad wanting his son to do the dad thing instead of, like,
you know what I'm saying?
The son actually having, you know, these are your responsibilities. You must be a football player, okay? You must go to college on a football scholarship, and you must, you know, become a professional football player. That's your like, that's your plan I have for you. That's what it sounds
exactly.
Like.
It's like, Dad, is that my dream or is that yours, motherfucker? You know what I'm
saying? It was prophesized.
So, like, there were times. Yeah, it was prophesized.
It's our people's dream.
Like, you know, yeah. So, you know, I felt for Poro, you know, but I mean, he was kind of a shitty dad. It's like, for like the whole movie, it's kind of a shitty dad. But then, like, him coming back, that was a cool little tie-in with the, you know, like a little bow on it with him bringing him back, and his pregnant girlfriend coming back. So that was cool. But still, it was just like, Poro, you're talking all this shit, but you're kind of a terrible dad right now. You know what I mean? But that was another theme that. Yeah, that was another theme that was big to me. Like, you know, forsaking I guess, and it's not even like your responsibility. Like again, it's just the responsibility that your people's put on you like that. Like, do you even want that?
If your people choose you for something, does that mean you should do it? Because now it's like selfless service, like for your community, you should do it, right? It's for the whole, for the collective. But if they choose you, like, hey, you're the best possible leader, but you're like, well, actually, I want to be an artist and I want to move to Europe. Like, is that?
Yeah.
I also, as someone who's like, F duty, follow your own passions, right? Like, don't take anyone else's expectations or their wants and apply them to your life. Go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, follow your dreams, but I'm also like, if we're part of a small group of people in the world and your community or your community leader chooses you for a certain job, is it
I would
right thing
feel
to do?
a lot more. Yeah. I would feel a lot more bound to do that, you know, if my community was small and they depended on the role that I'm given. Then yeah, I'd probably, you know, but then I'm just like, no, I don't want to give it up, man. I'm an artist, dude. I'm a freaking artist, dude. Yeah, that is a tough one, bro. Because it's like, you know, people say, you know, that'll be like really selfish. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, a lot of people also say like selfishness is necessary to, you know, achieve whatever it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to be kind of selfish. But what if your selfishness, you know, ends an entire line of, you know, of your people?
If it's a net negative, like, you know, then it's like, oh, it's selfish and hurting.
Yeah, then it becomes like, okay,
do I need to be selfless for other people, or do I need to take care of myself and only myself first? That's modern versus tradition. That's right there. We're trying to figure it out. We're like,
yeah, bro.
How much do we owe? Do we owe everything? Do we owe like, just be your own person? That's tough, especially for us as like Islanders, bro. It's like there's only some people.
Bro, what? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, man, I don't know how many times I done got looked at weird for all the shit I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? This isn't traditional at all. This kind of path right here, you know, something like this is just, it's not traditional at all, man. So I know we're gonna definitely be looked at by a lot of people in our own community like, these guys don't fucking work with their hands, dude, or they don't play football. What fucking losers, dude. Yeah, fucking weirdos, dude. But I don't know, man. I thought, hi.
That's us.
No, I thought, that was the biggest. I don't know. That was one of the biggest things that stuck out to me. Besides all the obvious, like, you know, girl power, dude. Women are good too, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, of course, girl power, dude. But like, you know, that's obvious, bro. Of course, man. Caro is a sexist pig. What about you, bro? What stood out to you, man?
Keisha Castle-Hughes performance as Paikea.
Oh yeah.
Like off the top, just strong, visible emotion, and just showing that strength, that leadership, those traits, and then fighting through the adversity. Definitely that girl power. And as like a father to a daughter, I want to believe that she can do anything, everything she sets her mind to. So definitely having a film or a literary hero like Paikea, I think is going to be a plus. Like, I might watch Whale Rider 20 times a year, just if like that convinces her to be like just a strong, empathetic, just person who does what they want to do and takes care of people. Like, that's I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, definitely what you're saying about community and tradition versus, like, is tradition following an old text, following old ways, or is tradition built and changes and evolves over time? Like, yeah, and how I guess how you see tradition and whether it should be just not questioning the old ways or if it should be, tweaking them as needed for today's era, which I think is
Mm.
probably the best
It's
practice.
gonna be an endless, and that debate is endless, man. But
Yeah.
we see it like culture evolves, bro. I don't know, like tradition and culture
Mm.
evolves with the times. You know what I'm saying? Like that fool Seth has always told me, like, now that we have like liquid, like cash and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole part of our culture now, as far as like lavis and stuff.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Before that, it was just, so things evolve with the times. So if we can bring our culture into like the current century without taking away all the shit that makes it unique, then I guess that'd be a good balance. But it's like, what even is that? What, how do we even bring it into these modern times without completely destroying what it was that we held on to for so long? Uh,
Ooh. I feel
you
like,
know?
yeah, you would have to figure out what it means to bring things into modern times. Like,
Mm,
what is the technology that's new that we didn't have when we were starting the traditions, like the internet and certain things?
mm,
Definitely the way we transact. It's not just
mm.
falas and disupo anymore. It's thousands of dollar envelopes.
Yeah.
But then we're also a spread out community. Like
Yeah.
we're all over the world, but in little pockets.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
having that internet connection, that connectivity over long spaces, I think somehow has to be included because I feel like
Yeah.
we are breaking down in communication a lot. Like if you don't call people, like if you only talk to the people you see, or that's definitely a lot of our people that we uh, are cutting out or not being able to communicate, strengthen ties with. But yeah,
God
it's weird,
damn, bro. Why
especially
do I feel?
for us, just being a different community and people than like your normal Americans, Indians, anything else. So
Are you
something we have
attacking
to
me,
think
bro? Why
about.
do I feel personally attacked by you, bro?
Why? What?
Chill out. No, I'm just kidding. With the talking to your people, so I was like, damn, bro. How
No,
does he
I'm
know
talking
my
about
life,
me,
dude?
bro.
How
I'm
does he
talking,
know my life, dude?
I'm talking about me, but
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
sure some
I
people
hear
might
you.
be able to relate that way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, can I? I'm trying to be fair about that, too. But I hear you, dog. Yeah, no, that's it, bro. That's exactly it, man. Tradition versus modernity, or culture versus modern, and how do we reconcile with the both of them? How do we make them so not spread apart? You know what I'm saying? How can we bring them together? And it's probably almost impossible, especially when you have these old guard
We're,
thoughts. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like
Or
it's going to be impossible to make that change without losing anything. So we just have
mm,
to be uh, not picky, but
oh,
like specific with what we're going to lose to make that upgrade.
yeah.
Like
Okay, fair enough.
maybe
Yeah, and I
some of the
think what we
small
can
talk has to go. No, I don't know.
small talk. What you mean? Wait, what you mean?
I was just like having to like do small talk. I don't know. What is?
I know I hate small talk too, bro. I'm just like, hey, what's your name? What's your favorite color? What were your hopes and dreams, and how did they fucking, how did they die?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I want to talk
you know what I'm
about.
saying?
Hey,
You know what I
are
mean?
you
Like, I
comfortable
don't.
discussing your traumas with someone you met 30 minutes ago? Let's go.
You know
I'll
what
buy
I'm
you a
saying?
sandwich. I want to hear about all the stories.
I
Why do
want to
you
hear
think
about
this
it all.
way?
Yeah, for real. Cut the small talk out.
Let's just get straight
Okay.
into it. No, but yeah, definitely what you're saying, right? Is like, how do we bridge those gaps without losing parts of our culture? I just think we're gonna have to figure out which parts
To
we'll
get
be
rid
okay
of.
with losing to make that jump so that we
Ooh.
are more connected. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it ends up cutting off like the deep stuff so that we can all be connected more shallowly. So maybe that's not great, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely something's gonna have to change because times, technology, the instruments that we
Mm.
use each day, like yeah, the Amish people are gonna have electricity eventually. Like at some point that jump
Yeah.
happens. They're over here cranking hand battery light bulbs. That's light.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
So you got a car in your shed. What's that about?
For real.
No.
Yeah, didn't they all get exposed during like the big ass fucking?
Wasn't there like
the
an
people who had
Amish being Amish or breaking Amish?
Yeah. No, I was saying like recently, like when everybody, like whoever had an iPhone had the big ass like Amber Alert, like something big, and everybody got alerted, and the people in the Amish communities were exposed for having phones when their shit went off and they couldn't turn it off. Yeah.
Oh, Jethro.
Yeah, Jethro. I was gonna say Jebediah. Jethro. Oh, Jethro, how dare you have this phone on you? Jethro and Jebediah, bruh. They're exposed by their peoples, bruh.
Silas just comes up on him. Whoa, what is the sound emanating from thy pocket?
From thy pocket. Lord, is that you, Lord?
I think the first time I saw Amish people was like in a David Spade movie. Chris, I forget.
What, Joe Dirt?
No, it was like, I think it was like David Spade, Chris Farley era time.
Oh, okay.
I think he's trying to hide the son or something. And they end up going to like an Amish community somehow.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Final score for Whale Rider.
Okay.
Do you want to go
I'll go first.
category?
I'll go first. Yeah, we'll go by category and I'll go first. I got you, man. Legacy and impact. I gave it a 7, man. As much like as many, it got a lot of awards, did it? I mean,
definitely a bunch
Keisha
of New Zealand Film Awards and a bunch of Oscar nominations.
Yeah, I put it that low because like I feel like people here in the U.S. and it's probably not fair to do that, but I feel like people here in the U.S. don't really know too much about Whale Rider. At least the polys in the community here in the U.S. Like they know of it, but they probably never watched it. You know what I'm saying? They never took the time to really watch it. So for me, that kind of affected its score because it's like if it's really that impactful, then I feel like hella people would have watched it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think a lot of them have.
I thought this was one of those, like, because I hadn't watched any enough Islander movies was the only reason. I thought definitely when we first started doing this, people were like, Whale Rider, you got to watch. That was one of the most suggested movies. And hearing about it and the people that are in it, some of these legendary cast members, Rawiri, Paratene, Cliff Curtis, Keisha Castle-Hughes, Rachel House.
Yeah.
I gave it a 10.
Yeah.
I gave it a 10 out of 10 as far as legacy impact. Maybe not like quotables or being seen today, but definitely 2002 drop. Even back then, I remember thinking I should watch that movie, just never getting around to doing it. So I gave it a 10 there. For writing, I gave it a 6 out of 9. Just felt some of the jumps or some of the translations from the book. It wasn't all tied up, even though it eventually flowed into stuff. Sometimes it felt more like a documentary of an asshole grandpa than a story. But yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 9 for writing. What about you?
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 9 also. It just felt, I don't know, like the writing just felt like there wasn't many things that like stood out to me as far as like, you know, dialogue and stuff. Like there wasn't really, and not a lot of quotes from the movie are said now, you know what I mean? Like just looking at our rubric like that, like it's not really, the script itself wasn't really that impactful, you know what I mean? And I feel like the parts where they were speaking Maori, I wish they translated that, you know, little things like that. Like I wish they like did that in the subtitles or not like, in the subtitles. You know how like most movies will go on, but then when they speak in their language, you know, obviously subtitles come up. I wish they did that when they did that for this movie. It was little things like that. I was just like, oh, bro, that would have made it way better to sit through, you know?
That would have helped us a lot.
That would have helped a lot. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6 out of 9. For the acting, I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8 out of 8. Everybody was great in there, bro, especially Keisha Castle-Hughes, bro. for someone who's never acted before, and for that to be their first movie, to be her first movie, and she like knocks it out of the park, especially that scene during the show, the concert where she dedicates to her stuff to Caro, like that man, I will always cite that part as probably like my favorite bit of acting through the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? If there's any part of the script that was really good, it was that. You know what I'm saying? Because she really cried on command. Even though like the way she was stuttering, because you know when you're trying to talk when you're crying, they're just she did that really well, bro. I was just like, dog, she's good. She's really good at this acting stuff. So yeah, I gave it an 8 for me.
Definitely out of 8, a full 8 for acting. Leading the way, KCH. Great job.
Hard.
Her first film and knocked it out the park. Cliff Curtis, I mean, other than the wig scene at the beginning, and the few times that he's there, really good. Paratene as Caro, just the whole time I hated this guy. A lot of times after I watch a movie, I'll be like, I hated that person the whole time. What a great actor.
Yeah, right? I know, I gotta start thinking. Yeah, I gotta start thinking more of it like that. I was just like, man, fuck him and fuck the actor too. What a fucking dickhead!
Oh, what a jerk! Jack the Muss. What a terrible.
Yeah, what a terrible person! And fucking Morrison's hilarious. That's his last name, Morrison.
Tohora.
Tohora. Yeah, there you go.
I definitely gave it an 8 out of 8 for acting. Let's see, for editing and directing, out of a possible 7, I gave it a 6. I feel like it rushes at the end. Like it takes a while to get to the beach whales, and then the beach whales happens in like 15 minutes, and then it wraps up.
Yeah.
But 6 out of 7 for editing and directing for me. What about you?
Yeah, I gave it a 5 for those same reasons. It felt like there were parts where it just felt like all over the place. You know, they would focus on one thing way too long, and then the next scene it wouldn't be on it long enough. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of wonky for me, but like it all like led into like beautifully the last scene, which is after she gets washed, after she recovers from the hospital and shit. Like that was, I don't know, that was cool for me. Like that was it. The pace was kind of weird though. Like leading into that last scene was kind of weird. Like she goes out into the ocean with the big whale, then she's washed ashore, and then they have the call. Like I couldn't tell whether when they got the call when they were at home, right? I couldn't tell if they had found if that's when they had found Pi, or whether she was gonna wake up from the wake up in the hospital. So it was kind of weird. The editing was kind of weird, because like that's why I was confused. I was like, did she just wash up ashore and they find her? Because they didn't find her when she disappeared into the ocean. They didn't find her then and there. Right. Because from there it cut to Caro just chilling in the bed, and then that's when he gets a call like, oh, what? And then that's when everybody's at the hospital. So they had just found her. So it was different editing things like that where it had me confused about what was going on. So yeah, I gave it a 5.
Gotcha. Cinematography out of 6?
Out of 6, I gave that a 5 too. I thought it had like great, cool looking shots and stuff, but like a lot of it looked like those early 2000 shots. When they try to do slow motion and it looks like a handheld camera is doing the shot. Like I don't know, it looks kind of weird. Like it looks very
yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, like it's very early 2000s, so that kind of threw me off. Well, not throw me off, but I was like, okay, maybe it makes sense. It literally came out in the early 2000s, but every time I see shots like that, I'm just like, oh, bruh, this looks hilarious, bro. The slow motion looks kind of crazy. Maybe I'm just spoiled. I'm just spoiled.
I give it a 6 out of 6 for cinematography. Some of the shots are big, like ocean shots, big, like setting shots. The Waka crossing over the top once it was finished. Like so there were some the whales, there were some like really big area shots that make it feel like it's not just like a camera movie, like a one-on-one movie. It's like big area like stuff. And this movie only came out a couple of years before Siona's wedding. But it like when we were rating Siona's Wedding, as far as cinematography, I gave it like less. It felt like it bunched up, just like it could be anywhere. But this one, I don't know if it's just the spacing and I'm thinking about cinematography wrong, but the shots and the looks and like the colors and just some of the setting is really, really beautiful, I thought.
Yes.
Excuse me. Let's see. Soundtrack.
For soundtrack, out of 5, I gave it a 4. It was there were bangers in there, but like I said earlier, like I felt like every song just kind of blended into each other. Like everything was just orchestral swell, very emotional moments. I think the one that stood out the most was the last song. And that was towards the end credits after they sail away on the Waka. And that song's called Go Forward. And it's that whole soundtrack is it's on Apple Music. And I forget her name, but it was curated by this art. I think her name's like Lily something. I can't remember. But yeah, for me, like the last song was the best one. So it wasn't like a soundtrack full of bangers. And through the movie, like I said, it just felt like every song just sounded the same. So just slightly under perfect, just one, because each song was good. You know what I'm saying? Because it did bolster the scene, and most of the scenes were fucking emotional and sad and dark. You know what I mean? So it did, it elevated the scenes, obviously, but, just right below 5.
I mentioned that I couldn't recall like a specific sound piece. I just knew that like in the emotional scenes, I was like very feeling it. So I thought that was like the background track just working, even though I didn't recognize it. So I'm going to change mine to a 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Just because there was nothing that really stood out to me. I mean, not having songs, right? It was just compositions or stuff like that, right? Or people singing.
Yeah.
But yeah, not like a memorable soundtrack for me. Casting, I gave it a 3 out of 3.
Me too.
Nice.
Me too.
Just feel like those characters and the way they fit, the way they work together, great.
And
then rewatchability out of 2, I gave it a 1. Great
Me
movie.
too.
I just wouldn't really like if we weren't doing the film review on it. I probably wouldn't have watched it more than 2 times. Or even though I want like my kid to rewatch it to become a strong female lead.
Right.
I wouldn't like have to watch it a bunch of times over and over again.
Why do you think that is? Because I feel
there's
like
not a lot
like,
of jokes. It's sad. The grandpa's a dick.
Yeah, for real, exactly. I wouldn't want to. Yeah,
I feel like it's slow. Like it takes a while to build, and then the end where she recovers the whale tooth, and then does the concert article presentation, and then saves the whales is kind of rushed at the end. But yeah, I thought it. I don't really watch it a bunch of times, but yeah,
for real.
What is a movie that you've rewatched recently, other than the ones we've done for the film starter kit?
Oh,
so last time you started a movie and you were like, I've already seen this, I want to watch it again.
Shit. Oh, damn. I honestly, what the fuck?
Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Whoa, I haven't seen that in a while.
I try to watch that a lot. The different songs, I think make me want to rewatch it. Okay, maybe that's just a musical thing. I'm trying to figure out what makes a movie rewatchable. And I'm like, well, Sound of Music, The Lion King, Sweeney Todd.
Whoa.
What am I doing? I'm like, I'm just singing.
A lot of it's like Little Giants, Little Rascals. Those are the kind of movies. I think for me, like it harkens back to childhood. Nostalgia, obviously funny. Comedy is my bag. You know what I'm saying? They're hilarious. What is the last movie though that I wanted to rewatch? I don't think I've rewatched a movie in a while.
Not that you wanted to rewatch, but that you
actually
played knowing that you watched it already.
Oh
Because
my
I
God,
want to
Step
rewatch
Brothers.
a ton of movies. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Step Brothers for sure, bro.
Jokes.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck? But well, what about you? What was the last one you watched?
John Wick 3?
Nice.
No, that was because I thought I hadn't watched it before. I would have to think.
Oh,
But I think it was
is
like
John Wick 3 with Halle Berry, right?
Yeah, Sophia.
She's in there. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was
All right.
trying to watch John Wick 4, but I wasn't sure if I missed 3 or 2 and saw 3 or missed 2. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to watch John Wick 4. So if you want to break down John Wick 4.
Yeah, is there someone in there Polynesian? Yeah, bruh.
There's some Maoris in there.
There's some Maoris in there? Hell yeah, we're gonna watch it. Okay, so
final scores.
Final scores.
Final scores for Whale Rider. You gave it a 39 out of 50. I give it a 42 out of 50.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out.
Wait, I thought you didn't you change your score though? You changed one of your scores.
I bumped mine down from 45 to 42.
Oh, it's a 42. Oh, okay.
Because I realized that
yeah.
I gave the soundtrack a full thing, but I didn't know any of the soundtrack. I didn't feel it that much. I didn't think it was a banger soundtrack. But I also recognize that a bunch of those scenes had songs and audio that maybe not a song like verses and singing, but that composition, orchestra, whatever, added to the emotion of it all. Yeah. Yeah. Would you recommend Whale Rider to our audience to watch if they haven't already?
Yeah. Hell yeah. If they haven't, watch it to see if you agree with us and talk some shit about it with us. You know what I'm saying? Because Kodo's a piece of shit. We don't want to be the only ones to watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? You fucking watch that shit too.
Yeah. Go watch Whale Rider. Go watch Whale Rider. It's out there.
I recommend every movie we watch. I'm recommending it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not. Go watch it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let us know if we're crazy or not, man.
Yeah.
But there it is, man. That has been the freaking Pasefika Movie Starter Kit, the Whale Rider. It's just Whale Rider.
I think the book was called The Whale Rider.
Oh.
Which is what we can say, the book. No.
Yeah, the book, dude. What a douche. I actually read the book, dude. The movie's nothing like the... Shut your ass up.
I used to be the worst.
Motherfuckers like...
Yeah, that's me. No, I used to be the worst at Harry Potter movies. I'd go, my sister never read Harry Potter, but I'd be like, oh, that Phoenix about to burn up right now.
Oh, you're one of those guys, bro. I always get this to myself. I was like...
Oh, you're going to want to keep an eye on that hat on the shelf. It's going to come to life. It's going to have a sword in it.
Man, shut up, dude. I'm trying to watch the movie. I'll just be watching it by myself, like to myself. I'm just like, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that in the book. The fuck? It wasn't like that, dude. This is some bullshit.
That's not how I saw it when I read it.
Yeah. Her name's not Hermione, dude. What the fuck?
Who says it like that?
Yeah. Oh shit, man. This has been another episode of the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. You friggin' movie nerds. I'm Olo Marcus. I'm here with the Uso Balinesian Lance Falitogo, man. You know what it is. Whale Rider. We out. Episode 4. Sponsor us. Give us some money. Give us some money. Yeah, bro, man.
Roll the credits.
Roll the credits, man. Go far.